Hi everyone, welcome back to Sashay Away with Barry. I haven't been here for a while. We've just been posting the Toots and Boots ones, but I'm going to just come back and give my final thoughts about season 12 and what is happening. I'm going to talk very briefly about the reunion. Um, and I'm back in my bathtub, so I got my towel on my head. Those of you who know me know I don't have any hair. I shaved it all off. But I'm wearing a towel anyway because I'm in the tub. And why not? That's what you do in the tub. You wear a towel on your head. I should have some like face cream on as well, but I don't really do that. Yeah, all this is natural, if you can believe that. But I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you've enjoyed season 12. It has been somewhat of a tainted season with the whole Sherry Pie disaster. But it's been a really good season, actually. I think the queens are super talented this season. I think they all did a really, really fantastic job for the most part. I think that some of them got in their own way, and that is why they didn't do as well as they could have. And I think really our top six, I think, were phenomenal, phenomenal queens. I guess that includes Widow as well, because she's technically top six. Even though Sherry Pie, even though what she did was disgusting and wrong, she is a great drag queen. And she has proven that this season. And I think she had a good chance to win this season. But that's out of the question now, especially the way they're doing the finale. I think she had a really, really good chance of winning. But it's not going to happen. We have a top three and not a top four. That is Miss Crystal Method, Miss Gigi Good, and Miss Jada Essence Hall. But let's talk about this reunion first. They did it, I think it was via Zoom. I don't know. It's one of the, it could have been Skype, but usually it says Skype in the corner when you use Skype. So I'm going to guess that it was Zoom or one of the other meeting places that they did it on. It worked out well, which is 12 people because they fit the screen really well. They did their little shady bunch, which really wasn't that shady. Some of them wore pajamas. Some of them said, fuck that, I'm gonna look my best on camera because I haven't been on in a while and people haven't seen me. I really wish that Dahlia Sin would have come in some sort of broccoli garb. Not the broccoli head, but like some kind of funky broccoli theme. Like have broccolis like on a head wrap or on a robe like Jan did with her face. Something kooky like that, because that would have been just genius and, you know, wrapped the whole season up. If she is not a broccoli in the finale, something is wrong. But she may have decided to give up the broccoli now that she's no longer being filmed and being paid for it. I guess they probably did get paid for the finale, even though it was done at home. But, you know, that's the way it is. RuPaul told us that we're going to get 5 lip syncs. I don't know what that means. I'm assuming that's 1 from each of the queens. That's 3. And then maybe she will drop it down to a top 2 and they will lip sync off as well. I don't know. Because the lips, it's all pre-recorded. It's all done. It's ready to go. But the big challenge was that they had to create this lip sync at home. And RuPaul said it needed to be super creative. So that's really the only criteria she gave, other than, you know, they have to look good. They have to be able to lip sync to it. But she wanted creativity. And so that's the only hints we got. So it'll be an interesting finale. I'm kind of excited for it. I'm hoping it proves to be well done the way that they're going to be doing it. But let's go back to this reunion because I strayed away from it already because nothing really happened on this reunion. It was kind of boring, but I understand it's, you know, they had to do with what they could work with. I did enjoy the reading of it, and I think Britta Filter won the reading challenge with her reads. She did really, really good. My favorite one was actually from Widow Von Du, and it wasn't really a read, it was just kind of mean about Gigi Good, and R. Kelly wouldn't even piss on her, and that is where they cut it off right there, because what do you do after that? I'm going to talk a little bit about the looks. I was disappointed by most of them. I thought Jan did a fantastic job. I thought Jada did a fantastic job with the pajama slumber party theme. I thought Crystal was just a kooky queen coming out as Ebenezer Scrooge in her nightshirt and holding that fucking candle the entire show. Sometimes it was lit, sometimes it was not. So I guess you could know when things were edited, where they were edited into, because she had lit the candle at one point and then they came back to her and it wasn't lit and it hadn't even been burned. So unless she got a new candle, it was a different time. So yeah, I think they just kind of move things around as needed to be for the editing. But I thought her outfit, while she looked like a mess, I thought it was hysterical. Really, really funny. And who else did I like? That might be it. Those were the three that were memorable to me. Jada. Oh, Widow Von'Du was good too. She came dressed for the occasion as well. I liked Jackie Cox's apartment. She has a fireplace in it in here in New York City that is hard to come by. I'm sure it is a non-working fireplace because most of them don't work. But who knows? Maybe it does. There are some that do. I smell wood burning in my neighborhood when it gets chilly out. So there are wood burning fireplaces, but they have to be, I think, on an upper floor. So maybe she lives on an upper floor. I don't know. I don't know her business. But I love that she had a fireplace. Gigi Good had some googly eyes behind her, which were just super distracting. I don't know if that was maybe, yeah, no, that's her kooky side coming out. We need to see it. They did talk about the Crystal method and Gigi Good dating. They didn't really answer the question. They just kind of want to leave it hanging out there for you. Maybe we'll get an answer at the finale. Who knows? But I doubt it. What else about the reunion? That's really all there was to talk about. Yeah, it was kind of dull, but I mean, it was what they had to work with. There was no drama. They did not, well, Sherry Pie got mentioned somewhat in the reads, incidentally, was one of the best reads of the night by Britta when she told Dahlia Sin that she came in 13th in a 12-girl competition. A little bit of a read for both of them, for Dahlia and for Sherry Pie, which was very, very amusing to me. But they didn't address it, and I wasn't sure if they would. I kind of hoped that they would just say something about it, because I don't think we even got the disclaimer that she wasn't going to be there. She just wasn't there. And so, yeah, I felt like they should have mentioned it just because. I mean, we've been dealing with it the whole season. We had the disclaimer at the beginning. Just say like 2 minutes worth of words about it. Show your support for the victims. Hope that she's asked that she's getting help. That would be great of you. I mean, you are supposedly all sisters. You know, just show her a little bit of compassion, I guess, and a little bit of respect. She did film the whole season. They showed her the entire season. So respect her as a queen, not as the person. That is what I say about Sherry Pie. That's really all I'm going to talk about the reunion. I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it either. I only watched it once because I didn't feel the need to go back and watch it again. If I get inspired, maybe I will. But I doubt it very, very much. Oh, the Jackie Cox, the thing from her mother, I thought was very, very sweet and a good way to end it. It would have been better if her mother was like zoomed in, but maybe her mother didn't want to be. Her mother has been having health issues, so maybe she's not able to. So I appreciated the letter. RuPaul reading it, I didn't need that. But someone had to read it. But I guess that they could have brought in Michelle Visage. We didn't get any of the other judges, Ross, Matthews, Carson, or Michelle. It was just Ru and the girls. Didn't even talk. Ru wore this mask. The Lucha Libre mask is what everyone is calling it. I don't know what was going on with that mask, but it was crazy. It was restricting the movement of her mouth, and she was really struggling at first. It seemed to get better as the night went on, but she was really struggling with it. And we all know that with social distancing, Raven could not be there to do her makeup, and that's what you get. I heard that she might actually be social distancing at her ranch in Wyoming. And that would make much more sense as to why there was no makeup artist there to do her makeup. I don't know if that's going to be the same case for the finale, but she usually does the reunion in boy drag, but the finale she always does in full drag. So we shall see. I don't know if she made her way back to LA just to get her makeup done, if she made Raven get on a bus to see her up at the ranch. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what happens with her. But her whole look with that purple Justin Bieber hoodie, the mask, her mouth being able to barely move, it was quite a spectacle. And guess what? People are talking about it, and that's really all she cares about. She doesn't care what you're saying as long as you're talking about her, because that is what celebrities want you to do. They want you to talk about them as much as possible, and we are. I just talked about it for a good 2 minutes, but that's all I'm giving it to her because I'm ready to talk about this finale. I'm going to talk about the whole season overall. I thought it was a great season. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I didn't talk much about that last episode with the Viva Drag Vegas. David and I talked a little bit about it, just about our overall feelings of the episode. I do feel like Jackie Cox or Sherry Pie were the winners of that, not Gigi Good. They clearly went solely by the report cards only because she even announced them in that order of the report cards, and then sent Jackie Cox home because her report card had 0 wins on it, even though she was in the top 6 times. Yeah. And if you count that, or I'm sorry, 5 times, 6 times if you count that last episode, which I do because I think she was in the top. They were all really good. Not going to deny that. The bottom 2 for me were Gigi and Jada, though, and that was never going to happen. That is why they kept saying report cards, not them. The judges even said report cards, because they need those 2 to be in the finale. And they couldn't send either of them home. And they were the weakest 2 of the Viva Drag Vegas. About these numbers, they are super cheesy, and I love every single one of them. I downloaded the 8-minute song of 3, the medley of the 3 and the rap, and then I went and downloaded the Viva Drag Vegas soundtrack that is out there, which is 5 songs. It is super fun. It is super campy. It is so cheesy, and it is just a very, very good time. I hope you all are listening to it. Go support these queens by buying this music. I don't think they get any money. I was surprised in the version that they put out of the current queens doing it, that they didn't take out Sherry Pie from it. She is still in it. I thought maybe they couldn't really take her out because she's part of the song, but I thought they might have someone re-record over it, her part, but they didn't. It's her on it, and it's there forever. It makes me think that these queens don't get paid for that. Now, I thought maybe they would because their names are on it, but I don't know if their names really are. It might just say the cast of RuPaul's Drag Race, not their individual names. So maybe they don't get any money. That sucks. These queens are getting the shaft. None of them are really making the money that they should be right now, because they should have been hosting at bars this whole season. I saw the premiere episode, so I did get to see 5 of them the first week, and then the second week I went out to a bar, a local bar here in the city, and watched it, and that was it. That it ended. There was no more bars for me to go to. We went on lockdown the next week, so that's all I saw were the 2 premieres out of bars, and so I didn't get to see any of these queens other than the 5 that I saw, which were 3 New Yorkers, which were Britta, Nikki, and Jackie, as well as Rock'em Sakura and Heidi and Closet. So they were all great queens that I got to see. I'm not disappointed by that. We had a really, really good time. And if you go back to the beginning of the season, there's a video of it right here. You can go watch their performances. It was really, really fun. It's a long video because they also had a drag competition. And so I have the performances of I think there were 3, maybe 4 queens that participated in the little mini competition. But some of them are really, really good. My friend Salmonella is part of it. She was robbed. She should have won. And that's all I'm going to say about it, because she should have won doing Dancing on My Own was the song. And she did it as Annie from that Stephen King book, and I can't think of the name of it. Oh my God, Annie Wilkes. Annie Wilkes, look her up. It's from Misery, from Misery. And it is genius. It is so good. Yeah, go check it out. Go back several videos. It's going to be the very first one for this season, and you can watch it there. But all 5 of the queens performed. You get to see them all. I think Britta did an extra performance. Jasmine LaBeija Rice. No, that's not her name. Jasmine Rice LaBeija. Also did a performance, and then the queens from the mini competition performed, and then the top 2 did a lip sync for your life. So go check it out. It's so good. And it was a fun night. I'm glad I went to it. It was worth every penny that I spent. It really wasn't that expensive. The drinks, however, were expensive. I ordered a double and it was $34. So check yourself when you go to buy these drinks there. Yeah, I had one drink because it was $34. And the waiter never came back to ask if I wanted another one. I would have had another drink. I didn't know it was $34. It would have been a big surprise at the end of the night when I got my check. And it went on forever. We didn't get out of there till after midnight. It was a late night. Then I went the next week to see Tina Burner at Therapy here in New York City, which was really fun. And it was the time that the Sherry Pie information came out. And I was very happy that the crowd, which was New Yorkers, were very respectful and did not boo her when she came out. I mean, there was definitely some weird tension in the air. Tina Burner did not make any jokes about her, which I thought was fantastic, because we don't need that. It was just kind of a non-issue and non-mentioned, which is probably the way it should have been. We all had a good time, and that was that. I'm so sad for Sherry Pie because I think she really could have won this season. Anyway, so then I watched them all at home because we were all social distancing, and I haven't minded it. I made myself a drink every time. I pretended I was at the bar. I chatted with my friends via text and other sorts of ways. We did a Zoom call one night. We may do another one for the finale, do a Zoom watch party where we can all talk about it during it. If that happens, maybe I'll record it and you can all hear my friends' thoughts on the season. But I'm excited for the finale. I am. And I think it's going to be interesting. And I think it's going to be really good because these queens got to create an actual performance using digital media, and they got to be creative. So I think we're going to see some fun stuff. When I first heard that this was happening, I decided to watch the American Idol finale because they were doing it also digitally, and I wanted to see how that worked. And it worked really well. I didn't know anything about any of the American Idol contestants. I knew once I heard them sing who I wanted to win, and that person did win, so it made me very happy. She was a girl from Harlem right here in New York City that won. Her name is Just Sam. Yes, that is Just Sam, not Sam, single name, Just Sam. The word just, the word Sam. And she was fantastic in it. So I'm so happy that she won. But they did some really interesting stuff at home. They didn't do really weird creative things, but they sent over Lowe's, and Lowe's built them out like little sets based on what they asked for. And then what really, really excited me was Katy Perry's song. I'm not a Katy Perry fan. I don't care what she does. But what she did with this video was phenomenal because she starts off just sitting in a room in a chair, in a physical chair. And then she stands up and the whole room turns to a cartoon. And so I was like, oh, it's just like a green screen. But she was sitting in the chair. The chair was actually real. And it also turned to a cartoon. And I was like, interesting. And then she picked up the chair. The chair was a cartoon and she picked it up. So it was real, but it was a cartoon. My mind was blown. I didn't know what was happening. So I'm hoping we're going to get to see some weird shit like that. Some really, really interesting things. And because Ru stressed that creativity counts in this, I think Crystal Method is going to do very, very well. Because of the 3 of them, she is the most creative. She is the creative queen. She is the crafty queen. She can make something out of nothing. I think Gigi and Jada will both be fantastic at this. They both can lip sync. We've seen them lip sync before. They both have great costumes. They make their own stuff. Gigi's mom makes hers. Jada makes her own. I think Crystal makes a lot of her costumes as well. I thought that weird giant gay purple bull thing she wore, a designer made, but he just designed it and she actually made it. So yeah. So she's got the skills too. So I think we're going to see some fun costumes. I think we're going to see some fun videos. I don't know what this other fifth video is going to be. Maybe it'll be Vanjie because we keep bringing her back for everything. Or maybe it'll be all the queens doing something kind of like the Shady Bunch thing at the beginning, like an opening number. And then RuPaul will come out. She usually does do something like that at the beginning of the finale. She comes out and does a little dance with her dancers. I don't think we're going to get that. But maybe, you know, she's been lip syncing for AG and the Queen, so maybe she's brushed up on her lip syncing and is going to do that for us. Who knows? Let's hope so. I wouldn't be opposed to it. But we're going to get 5 lip syncs. Not great. I don't know what that means. I don't know if they're going to count the votes that people did for the team Crystal, Team Gigi, and Team Jada. I haven't looked in since last week, but as of last week, Team Crystal was way ahead of everyone. And that is because she's the most likable queen out there right now. Everyone loves her. And so she was like, she had double over Jada, and Jada, it was like Gigi had like 15,000, Jada had like 25,000, and 20,000, and Crystal had 45,000 at the time. That was last week. I haven't looked again, so I don't know where it's at. But that's what it was last week, and that's kind of what I'm sticking to, that everyone loves Crystal, but those votes mean nothing. They may look at them and say, oh yeah, the fans love her, the fans love her. But remember when Katja won the fan vote for All Stars? She still didn't win. Yeah, she should have, but she didn't. They felt bad that they didn't let Alaska win her season, and so they let her win All Stars when she shouldn't have. That's all there is to it. Yeah, come at me for that. You know, I don't discredit. Alaska is one of my favorite queens. I thought she should have won her season. And I thought Katja should have won All Stars. That's it. Those are my opinions, only mine. You can come after me. It's not going to bother me. I read all the comments, whether they are positive, negative, or somewhere in between. I respond to them if they're nice. If they're not, I just leave them there. They're fine. You're not going to hurt me. I'm an old man, and I've lived through a lot worse than an internet troll. So there you have it. Anyway, I think Crystal's going to do really well. I think they'll all do fine. Crystal is my favorite. I would love for her, sorry if you're listening to this on the podcast, I just hit my microphone. I would love for Crystal to win. I don't think she's going to probably win, but I would love it. I'm really fine with any of them winning, but I have an order. Crystal, I would love to win first. Jada, I would love to win second. And Gigi, I would love to win third. That is just me. I am not on the Gigi train. I do not discredit her drag. I think her drag is valid. I think her drag is good. I think her drag is immaculate and a little too perfect. And I think that's why I don't like it so much. Not that I don't like it so much. I like the others more because I think she is giving you the drag race format. She went in knowing exactly what she needed to do, what she needed to get done, how it needed to be done to win this thing. And I mean, if you look at the report card, she's already won. We know the report card doesn't count for everything in these final things. I think it might this season. I think she might be the winner. Again, she is my third choice of a winner. I think Jada would make a great, great queen. Honestly, if they hadn't done the tie between Monet and Trinity, I think this season would be a tie between Gigi and Jada. And here is why. This is why I don't think Crystal will win, is because they want Crystal back for an All-Stars. The fans love her, and she is interesting to watch. She may not be the most interesting television talking head kind of thing, but she's pretty good. Of the three, she's the only one that I think deserves to come back for All Stars, television wise, not talent wise, not drag wise, television wise. She makes good TV. She's better TV than Gigi and Jada. That is why I think there could have been a tie between Gigi and Jada if we didn't have the tie in All Stars last season, which in my opinion, we shouldn't have. And I know you're all going to say Trinity should have won. I think Monet should have won. She won the last challenge. And that's what I go by. That's why I also, if we go back to the last challenge, Jackie and Sherry Pie were the top two for me, and they would be in the final four. Obviously, Sherry Pie was, but is not eligible. But Jackie Cox would have been there over Gigi and Jada because of that last challenge, if we're going by the challenge only. But they made it very clear that the contestants who had good report cards wanted to go by report card, and the judges said, we have to go by a report card because they're all really good. They had to do it because of their storyline, which was set, and Jackie wasn't a part of it. Yeah, that's all I have to say. The show is very produced. If you did not see it this season, I don't know what you're watching because it was so produced. It was it went out down exactly the way they wanted it to, and that it's their TV show. They can do whatever they want. Did I stop watching it? Not at all. Will I stop watching it? Not at all. All Stars starts in less than 10 days. Yeah, 10 days we get All Stars 5, which I am very excited about because I love most of the queens on this season of All Stars. There's two that I don't really care much about, Derek Barry and India Ferreira. But I'm hoping they bring something good to it and excite me about them because I want to see if their drag has changed, first of all, and if they have personalities, because India Ferreira had 0 for me at all, her season. And Derek Barry is just Britney Spears, let's be honest. She even came in to the workroom saying she needed to put that aside and then came in as 2 Britney looks. So I'm guessing we're going to get Britney again. Who knows? But that's All Stars. We'll talk about that when All Stars happens. Right now, we're talking about season 12. But I think I've talked about all I can talk about. So who do I want to win? Crystal. Who do I think will win? Gigi. Who do I think should win? Jada. There, I got all 3 of them. That was pointless, wasn't it? I really want Crystal to win. I don't think she will. I would love for Jada to win, but I really, honestly, deep in my heart, think Gigi will, and I don't really want her to win. But I'm fine with her winning. I'm not gonna come on here and say how much I hate Gigi, because I don't hate her. I just don't. Her drag doesn't excite me as much as the other ones. That's all. Talking about drag shows, I did my first drag show as Miss Frida-Lay. It was a benefit for the center, which is where I work. It is the LGBT center here in New York City. We raised over $1,800. Yes, can you believe it? It's amazing. It was one night only, and really it was one afternoon because I did it as a drag brunch on Sunday from 2 to 3 in Eastern time. But you can watch it. It is videotaped. You can go to my website, which is sashayawaywithberry.com. It is under the drag news tab or page, however you want to get to it. It's one. If you're on and it has the little drop-down menu, it's under drag news. If you're on the web page of it, on a computer, they're scrolled across the top. Just click on drag news. It's the top. It's the first thing on there. If you don't want to go there, you can go to the link down below, which is for Vimeo. That is where the whole thing is recorded, because YouTube does not like you to put music in your videos. It takes them down for copyright purposes. Apparently Vimeo doesn't have that issue. I don't know. It's still up, so it's still working. If you want to donate to it, you can still donate. I will put the link down below as well. All the money is tax deductible and goes to the center for the services that we are still providing, even though the building is closed. We are doing online counseling, online recovery, and online youth services that are available at gaycenter.org. That's GAYCENTER.org. and you can see all of the services we offer. We have some events coming up, which are talked about in the video as well. We are having a virtual garden party this year. We have a garden party every year. It's the kickoff of Pride here in New York City. And it is going virtual because we can't gather in large groups, and it's usually about 1,000 people at this on the pier. So we're doing it digitally, so you can go to gaycenter.org and register for that. It's free. It's all going to be digital. You're going to have an at-home dance party. There's going to be performances. There's going to be speakers. You're going to be drinking at home because it is an open bar party normally. Now it's just an open bar party from your home. It's also a tasting party, so there are going to be restaurants from the city that participate, and they're going to send you recipes so you can make them as well. And it's lots of fun. I will be there. I have not decided if I'm going to dress and drag for it yet, but we'll see. Time will tell. The other event that's happening is normally our Cycle for the Cause event, which is a 3-day bike ride from Boston to New York for 275 miles. In September. It is a 3-day bike ride, and obviously that is not happening as well. However, we have changed it into an event in July. I want to say July 17th. That date might be wrong. The website for that is cycleforthecause.org. That's cycle, C-Y-C-L-E, you have to spell it right, for F-O-R, the word, the, T-H-E, and cause, C-A-U-S-E.org. You can go on there and find out about it. It's being called the 275 Challenge this year. And what we are doing is it's an open registration. Normally there is a registration fee that is being waived this year. And there are no fundraising goals that you have to meet. We just want people to do it and kind of spread the word and get our name out there. And the fundraising is extra money for us at the center if you chose to do it. It's kind of like doing the AIDS walk kind of thing. You just raise the money if you can, you do the walk. If you don't raise any, you can still do it. And it's 275 challenge because it's 275 miles that we do. But this one is 275 minutes. So it's 4 hours and 35 minutes of some activity. The activity could be anything. It could be walking, it could be running, it could be biking, it could be biking on a like a Peloton bike or a bike in your home. You don't even have to leave your house. It can be anything you wanted to do. Someone said they might bake 275 cookies and then donate them to a hospital. Great, do that. It's amazing. Anything you want that involves the number 275. It's 275 minutes, sorry, not 275 cookies. 200 bake for 275 minutes and then give them away. I'm working on something. I haven't decided. I'm either going to walk for 4 hours and 35 minutes around New York City just to see how much of the city I can cover in that time, or do something special, which I have to really focus on if I'm going to do that, because it's going to take some time and planning to get it done, but I will be doing something. I will be raising money as well. And so go to cycleforthecause.org and check it out and sign up and be a part of it. You don't have to be in New York City to do it. You can do it anywhere. Thank you all for listening. I love you all so much. I'm excited for this finale. Like I said, if I do end up having a Zoom watch party, I will record it and post it here for you so you can get everyone's insights into it, not just mine, and it'll be a good time. If not, I'll be back with David next week to toot and boot the looks of the finale. We're not booting and tooting the looks of the pajama party because you only got to see the top of them. Some of them weren't even wearing bottoms, Brita filter. So we're not going to bother with that. But I love you all. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening on the podcast, if that's where you're listening to this. Those of you who don't know, video, it's also on a podcast called Sashay Away with Barry. Those on the podcast, those of you, if you didn't know, I do a video on YouTube, and my YouTube page is BHBrown13. If you want to find my daily drag experience, I am doing a little series called Work, W-E-R-K, from home. And I dress and drag every day that I work from home. Today was day 48. It should be really, I think, day 53? No, 50, I don't know. I took days off. I took some days off. I had some scheduled vacation time, so I didn't do it then. We had a holiday this week, so I didn't do it then. But I think, and this Friday I'm not doing it as well because it is my first summer Friday of the year. And so I'm not working. I have the day off, so it's only going to be 3 days this week. So I think that actually puts me back on track to a 5-digit number, which I believe is going to be 50. So on Thursday will be my 50th look. These are all different looks every day. I haven't reworn a single outfit yet. And so there you go. It's a good time. Go check that out. It's on my Instagram at Sashay Away with Barry. Yeah, I think that's it. I think I got all my social media. I mean, I'm on Twitter at BHBrown13. There's nothing there. I have a Facebook page as well, which I've kind of been neglecting. I'm going to try and get back into that, but it is called RuPaul's Drag Race Sashay Away with Barry. It is a Facebook fan page, and you can follow it and just subscribe to it. I don't know, I guess you just follow it, and then it pops up in your feed randomly. I just post things on there that you'll see pretty much on here as well. It's the videos. If there's some news coming out, I do post it on there. I do have a website as well. If you want to go to the website, I post all my stuff there. That's kind of where the Facebook page has morphed into that. And it is sashaywithbarry.com. There's an email there if you want to email me. It's barry@sashaywithbarry.com. Very creative, I know. But all the information is on there. There's several different pages on there. There's I think Drag Race page, which is the current season. There's an All-Stars page. There is a Fantasy League page, which is I run, showing you all of the scores for the people that play in the Fantasy League. And then there's a drag news page as well. So all kinds of stuff for you to find at sashaywithbarry.com. Again, I'm going to say goodbye now. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Please stay safe out there. Stay healthy. Stay connected. And know that you are loved. Thanks so much. Bye.